Welcome all to another episode of my No Limits podcast. And we are soon to begin with our first legal actions in our unconventional class action. And with me today is a new client who wishes to share her story. So I want to welcome Zvezda.
Mhm. Thank you. Thank you, Daniel. Thank you to everyone to listen. I'm here like everyone, and thank you for your space, for giving me the chance to talk my truth, to
My
speak my truth.
It's really my pleasure to have you here. And for all those who don't know anything about you, I see you as a very trustworthy and deeply passionate person about cannabis. Maybe you could share some small bits about your background and your story for
Okay.
us.
So my story starts many years ago. I started to study communications and with a specialty to journalism. I was working in different media, TV channels. I started 15 years ago, exactly, in Chile. I started to work in many countries as well because my focus was the politics. And after that, I was working for the cannabis industry, but only writing articles because it was difficult to me uh, show my work at the same time working to different media 10 years ago was difficult when I decided to work in the cannabis industry was for my story and my connection with cannabis and marijuana because I think it's a master plant. It's a plant to heal, to teach us, and it's a fantastic industry. So my background actually is communication. I was working on that many years.
Thank you. And um, so my next question is here: what happened with the Juicyfields, and maybe if you can share your side of everything shortly for everyone.
Of course, it's better if we thank you for have this opportunity to say my through my version my through. So I start to work with them. Let me tell you my story. Was the time of pandemic situation, the COVID situation, and the COVID had devastated everything. I remember, and one marketing company called me to work remotely and talk about cannabis. This company was working with the Juicyfields. I remember this guy was Carlos, one guy from Argentina, the first company, the marketing company. The Juicyfields was working with them. And after that, I decided to work half time with them because I was talking about cannabis and I was investigating everything around the plant. Was my first job with them. And after that, something happened. They changed to another company of marketing. And Daniel Gauchi, he was working. I was working for him or for him. He told me he was be able to work with them doing the same like a content and talk about cannabis and marijuana, doing investigation and talking about cannabis. So they offers me full time and was difficult in the beginning because was a huge decision for me, but I take the decision to work with them. Was excited for me because for me it was the chance to be clear with my feelings, to be clear with the master plan because I had a story around cannabis. I had someone very close to me sick with cancer, and we saw the cannabis like a solution. So I believe it's medicine. So for me, it was fantastic, the opportunity for work to be clear with my feelings and start to show uh, many investigations around cannabis, because when you have the knowledge, you are be able to say yes or not. My driver always was the cannabis. So for this reason, I decided to work with them again. And after, because I was doing my work really, really good, they told me if it was possible to talk, doing events and working for them in different events and expos. And it was a different challenge for me. Yeah, I said, why not? We can do it. And I was working with, my team was different. My team was small, and we grow. First, the video cameras, editors, copywriters, beautiful people, really beautiful people. Everyone doing their works, they work. So was like that, and we was doing our work. Always I was working with all my heart, and this situation happening at the end. So for me, it was fantastic in the beginning. I tried to think the combination to cannabis and the industry and the people be able to win something, uh, because the industry is beautiful and huge, and everything is fantastic. Now not so fantastic, but we was fighting for the rights for the cannabis, but the doors are open now. So for me, in the beginning, was a fantastic idea. So for this reason, I was working for them. My driver was the cannabis always, and the end was chaotic and really sad.
And I remember you still to this day haven't got contact with your with Daniel Gauci that hired you, if I'm not mistaken.
No. The
No
last,
real contact.
no real contact. The last time was when he decided to left the company. Was, I remember, 3 days before the strike or something like that. But for me, the situation was different, because when the CEO say, we had the new CEO, Willem, everyone was waiting for their or his instructions to work, because everyone was asking me like, so Zvezda, we have to work with him now. He will hire us again. What we have to do? And for me, was the same. I was waiting for his instructions for 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 work. If I will, I remember I was waiting for Willem. If I remember when I called him, and I said to him, everything will be like before, or what we have to wait. And he told us we have to do a new structure to the company, so we have to wait. So we was waiting, and actually I was with, I'm not was working to them 1 month and 2 weeks, 2 weeks, and after that the situation of the chaos happening. So was was really hard, my story, and for the employees as well.
It sounds very like confused for
Confusing.
you too? No information, nothing to go on, and then everyone. I remember you told me like everyone wants answers from trying. You try to help everyone in the beginning, but then no one, like you didn't know more than anyone else, than any other investor basically. What's happening? You were also in the dark, and
Yes, yes, like you said, we start. I was without information, like you said, without information, waiting, and we was waiting for the instructions for the new CEO. So I had many hours and many weeks waiting for something. And after that, they told us, and you read the statements from him. Everything was a chaos. So
mm,
practically, I decided to okay, I am in holidays, but waiting for if I'm be able to work or not. Like that was. So when everything happened was immediately, like really fast. I never see something or because when we have the new CEO, all the people think about this situation now, and everyone was thinking, obvious, normal. You have to wait for the new structure,
mm.
and we have to wait how will be now the company. So was was confusing and a dramatic time for me, like that, without answers, waiting, and for me my work was communication, but I was waiting for them because I'm not the director or the CEO or the owner. I was waiting for them. Was crazy, really crazy.
And then when you finally did decide to get some advice, or with the, I remember you told me about some of the Spanish lawyers.
Mhm.
Do you want to share what they told you just quickly?
Yes, yes. When this situation happening and the chaos, first I want to say I'm really sorry, my people, my friends, and my family. Uh, this situation is really sad for me. I know for everyone. Uh, I'm really sorry. I never think, I never thought this kind of end. And when the people start in the chaos and start to write to me, I was trying to answer them like my true, trying to talk with them because always was like that my situation or my position. Try to be close with the people, trying to talk with them. The same in my social media, the same in my Facebook, Instagram, or everywhere, because it's the most beautiful thing. Talk with the people. And after that, I received many beautiful message and many bad message. I know I'm suffering. I can understand. I can feel your suffering. But the same like me, I was suffering like you because I am the victim like you. For me, it was difficult to understand this position because I was waiting for someone or something, some clarity in this darkness, but was difficult. And I did take the decision to talk with the different lawyers and take actions in Spain, in Germany, as well, trying to find some knowledge and some light regarding this problem. I received many death threats. I know the panic of the people because I was the most visible of people, the most visible person, and the most vulnerable person as well. So my lawyers told me you have to be quiet and you have to wait because the justice has to do something. Now it's really hard, but you have to wait. I am like you, waiting something. And when I talk with Lars, because now I'm working with Lars, was like a brief talk with him. It's difficult now. First, we have to understand or try to understand the situation. What what's going on with this? What we have to do, and don't feel afraid for say you're true. I was waiting when the lawyers told me you have to be quiet, you don't have to say anything now because the justice has to do something. The people has their reasons, and you have at the time to say you're true. And now I'm trying to tell you, I'm trying to communicate my feelings and my truth with the people. Always the people try wait. The people is waiting for some answer. But tell me what happened. Really, I'm really sorry, guys. I don't know what's going on and what happening here. For me, was a surprise, a sadly surprise. But I will fight with you. I'm fighting. I'm fighting like you. So I'm here trying to talk with you, Daniel, as well. Thank you for your time, and thank you to Lars, because we have to do something. I think they have more knowledge for do something in this chaos.
Thank you. You touched on my next question a little bit, and I also just want to say that, well, my 2 cents, like, I understand, we both understand why the lawyers told you to wait for the investigations to get more facts, but I think for like, they didn't really understand your situation. Like, you need to speak your truth, like you said, like going and hiding and like being in this fear, and you can't work too, you're a journalist, you need to speak.
Yeah.
And all of this was like no real empathy, oh sorry, for you. That's just how I see it. And then my next question here was, so what are we doing to help now? And you kind of already answered that, so I'm gonna just move to the last one, I think, and that's if there is something else you want to say to the world now, but I guess you have said a lot already, so you don't need to, but something short to end this podcast maybe.
I'm really sorry to everyone. I'm here for you guys, and we are fighting to try to understand the truth. I think we have to trust now. It's difficult, I know. It's really difficult now. I understand your position, because for me it's worse. Believe me, it's worse. Because not only I invest in the platform, because I have invested my money, I invest my my credibility, my work, my life, like many people, like you. I was working with all my heart. I was without holidays, I remember, because I trust. So now we have to trust in the justice. Obviously, we have to wait a bit. The truth, in the end, we will see the truth. So I know it's hard to be patient, but I'm really sorry. I'm really sorry, Mom, Dad, my friends, that they know me, and all of you guys. I am with you. I'm here with you. yeah, will fight for you. So I'm really sorry. Yeah, I'm here with all my heart and affection, really, with my truth to the end. Obviously, the people first. Sometimes we are distracting with the secondary things. We have to think in the principle. We will find the light, and I'm here for you. And thank you, Daniel.
Thank you, Zvezda. It's beautiful how you express your heart and your truth. I think many people who hear this will see you and hear you. And let's. I just say to everyone now, let's. It's time to do something to make sure this bullshit never happens again. And we are strong and we have all the power if we stand up together.
You're right. And thank you for try to listen me. I know many people is angry with me. I'm really sorry, guys. It's not my fault. If could be have the power to fix this shit, I will do everything for you. But I'm working on that. And thank you, Daniel, and thank you, Lars, for trying to help me.
I can see that from my eyes, I can see that you are doing everything that you can, even when you have been hiding and waiting. It's been what you thought was what you needed to do, from the advice from the other lawyers and whatnot. I see you.
Yeah, I will work. I was trying to do some interviews as well, because we have to be together, and we will find the truth. I think the truth will be at the end and the light for everyone.
Certainly so, I can say.
Thank
Truth
you.
always comes out. No, thank you, Zvezda.